Previously on Aquascaping the 220-gallon reef tank, I am using real reef rock. Now this rock I really love to use just because of the interesting shapes that it comes with. Wedged it in there, added little pieces of rubble rock to strengthen it, and basically just shaped it out in the position that it would be balancing. I have been hard at work, y'all. I have been hard at work. I think I finished the smaller structure. So frustrated right now because they're so ugly. I mean,
so ugly. I'm just not a good aquascaper.
I'm not. I'm terrible at it. And it's not like I have the patience to practice and get better. I don't want to add it. So this is what I currently have been working on for what was supposed to be the second larger structure. I just ripped off almost half of it that I was going to use. It kind of pointed up like that. It essentially looked very, very similar to the first aquascape that I made. And I decided that that is obviously not going to work. And there's just something about this aquascape that I've been working on that I absolutely just hate. I think it's because I'm using the old base from my aquascape that broke, and I just really don't like it. It's chunky, it faces the wrong direction, and I've been trying so hard to make it work and it's just not working. You guys made me think about 3 structures instead of just having 2, and I kind of really like that idea because, first of all, the tank is very large and 2 aquascape structures is quite small as it is. And if I were to make only 2, this would have to be really big in order to balance out this aquascape, which would be the smaller scape. And the issue with that is that this is very high. It reaches the max height that my aquascape can be. So I don't know how much bigger of a main structure that I can make this guy. And this whole 3 structure thing got me thinking. It would be way easier to balance out these aquascapes together, and I can still use the small rock pieces like I have been using up to now, which gives this effect that I like. It kind of looks like delicate and intricate. So I'm really keen on 3 structures here. But I've never made 3 aquascape structures for one tank before, and it seems kind of weird to me how I'm gonna manage to balance those aquascapes out against each other. In terms of the base, I almost want to start over, but it's such a pain to create these concrete bases sometimes because you have to wait for them to dry overnight. This aquascape, it's killing me. It's killing me. I really don't want to mess with it anymore. Let's see what we can come up with today. Either I'm gonna start over or whatever, make this 3rd structure, at least plan something out. So let's see how this goes. You probably didn't notice, but I moved the finished structure here to the left side of the aquascaping table. And surprisingly, it held up really well. I mean, the thing is pretty sturdy, not gonna lie. I'm really happy about that. And I don't know, it just felt right to have this on the right side here. It made no sense on the other side, so this is what we're going for. Next step is to make sure that thing is cemented down and pray that it doesn't fall. And I don't know, just make something out of nothing, essentially. I really don't like this aquascape all that much, but I know I can make something out of it. I'm determined. And after that, we're gonna have to start thinking about the 3rd structure because I don't even know about that one, honestly. Like that's gonna be a mission, trying to think of something that can match it. But first up is first, we have to actually finish the 2nd scape so I can compare them. Cemented this sludge last night. I'm not sure how I feel about it. The sludge, I made it gosh, this ledge was what I ripped off, this weird aquascape that I really don't know if I like. And before it was sticking kind of up, so it was like over here, attached over here, and it was just like straight up, like a vertical stick essentially. And I wasn't having that, I really wasn't. So we attached it here. Oh, I hope it's stuck, because look at what's holding it up. We have this contraption. Who knows how long that'll hold? And then I have to get into all of these nook and crannies in here while making sure that I don't actually make this contraption fall down. So even I surprised myself with this one. I can't believe I made this happen. I made this second aquascape work, and I think we're looking at the finished product here. Screw the third structure. This is it, and I love it. And I can't believe that we managed to make something out of this base, but we did, and I'm just in love with it. Look at all this spindly stuff going on here. Look at all this spindly stuff. Like, there is plenty of room for corals on these spindles. I mean, that's excellent. And what I really like about this aquascape is the depth that it creates. I mean, if you look, these branches go way back, right? And that, once corals are on that, that's gonna look really sexy. Like that difference between the depth, it's gonna be nice. I am telling you. I'm really surprised with this scape, but we made it work. And it stands out against the scape that we already created here on the left, which is looking lovely as ever. I added a few little pieces here and there, but nothing too much. The scape was done in the last video anyway, but I really like the way they look against each other. Screw the third structure. This is it. This is it, y'all. This is the final scape. That's it. I'm done. All that is left is to concrete down this guy. So let's hope nothing goes wrong during that process. For the 220-gallon reef tank is finally finished, and it feels so good. I did go back and reinforce the back of the aquascape to make sure the little branches will hold up strong when I attach my corals to it. And remember, y'all, that all of this cement will not be visible after 2 weeks in the tank anyway, so it won't always look this bad, I promise. My aquascape defies gravity. Y'all, we need all of the cement. I challenge y'all to make this kind of floating, balancing, long, spindly armed bonsai scape without it. I'm quite proud of it though. Happy I didn't go with that third structure in the end, because with my massive Zoa rock and the bubble coral in the sand bed, I think it would become too crowded in the end, you know? But what do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments, and if you've made it this far, smash that subscribe because it was meant to be. And stay tuned for the next video where we finally place this bad boy and get those corals on those spindles finally. It's going to be a sexy tank.